The World Health Organization (WHO) has warned the window of opportunity to stem the deadly coronavirus epidemic was narrowing amid concern about a surge in cases with no clear link to China, including in a range of countries in the Middle East.
Lebanon and Israel confirmed their first cases on Friday, while Iran's health ministry reported 2 more deaths among 13 new cases of the infection, known as COVID-19. That brings the toll in Iran to 4 and the number of infections to 18.
Italy, meanwhile, reported its first death from the coronavirus as authorities moved to close schools, bars and other public spaces in 10 northern towns.
In mainland China, the number of new infections fell significantly to 397, with another 109 people dying of the disease. The new figures bring the total number of cases in mainland China to 76,288 with 2,345 deaths.
Here are the latest updates.
South Korea reported 142 new confirmed cases of the coronavirus, almost all linked to outbreaks at a hospital in Cheongdu County and a church in Daegu City, bringing the national tally to 346.
Korea's Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (KCDC) designated both the city of Daegu, which has a population of 2.5 million people, and Cheongdu County, home to around 43,000 people, as special care zones on Friday as case numbers began to surge upwards.
Cases from the Cheongdu hospital jumped in the latest daily figures, with the total rising from 16 to 108 overnight.
2 cases were reported in Busan, the first in South Korea's second-largest city, while the island of Jeju, a spot popular with domestic and international tourists, also recorded its first case.
Mainland China had 397 new confirmed cases of coronavirus infections by the end of February 21, the country's National Health Commission said on Saturday, marking a significant drop from the 889 cases recorded a day earlier.
That brings the total accumulated number of confirmed cases in mainland China so far to 76,288.
The death toll from the outbreak in mainland China reached 2,345 as of the end of February 21.
The central province of Hubei, the epicenter of the outbreak, reported 109 new deaths, while in the provincial capital of Wuhan, 90 people died.
A 20-year-old Chinese woman from Wuhan, the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak, traveled 675 kilometers (400 miles) north to Anyang where she infected 5 relatives, without ever showing signs of infection, Chinese scientists reported, offering new evidence that the virus can be spread asymptomatically.
According to the report by Dr. Meiyin Wang of the People's Hospital of Zhengzhou University and colleagues, doctors isolated the woman and tested her for the virus after her relatives started getting sick.
Initially, the young woman tested negative for the virus, but a follow-up test was positive.
All 5 of her relatives developed COVID-19 pneumonia, but as of February 11, the young woman still had not developed any symptoms, her chest CT remained normal and she had no fever, stomach or respiratory symptoms, such as cough or sore throat.
The case study was published in the Journal of the American Medical Association.
Some 35 British passengers were due to arrive back home on Saturday after spending more than 2 weeks stuck on a quarantined cruise ship in a Japanese port due to the coronavirus outbreak.
They were landing at a Defence Ministry airfield in southwestern England on a government-chartered plane from Tokyo and being taken straight to quarantine facilities.
The Diamond Princess liner was carrying 3,700 people, including 78 Britons, when it was quarantined in Yokohama on February 5. More than 620 passengers on board have been infected with the coronavirus, the most outside mainland China.
A patient in the northern city of Padua has died after being infected with the coronavirus, becoming the first Italian victim of the disease, ANSA news agency reported.
The dead man was aged 78, it said.
Kuwait's Civil Aviation Authority has decided to stop all flights to and from Iran amid fears from coronavirus outbreak, the state news agency said, citing an official statement.
Kuwaiti nationals arriving from Iran will be subjected to quarantine, it said, adding that residents or those with entry permission who were in Iran during the past 2 weeks will be barred.
Moreover, any foreign travelers coming from Iran will also be denied entry.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had harsh words for an angry mob who smashed windows on buses carrying dozens of Ukrainians evacuated from China over the novel coronavirus outbreak.
We keep saying that Ukraine is Europe. But yesterday it seemed like we were Europe in the Middle Ages, Zelensky said in Kiev.
Fearing the passengers would bring the first deadly case of the novel coronavirus to Ukraine, hundreds of people, some armed with metal rods and rocks, turned out to protest their return on Thursday.
Authorities in northern Italy ordered the closure of schools, bars and other public spaces in 10 towns following a flurry of new coronavirus cases.
5 doctors and 9 other people tested positive for the virus in Lombardy, after apparently frequenting the same bar and group of friends, with 2 other cases in Veneto, authorities said at a news conference.
Over 50,000 people have been asked to stay at home in the areas concerned, while all public activities such as carnival celebrations, church masses and sporting events have been banned for up to a week.